Hello, my beautiful angel. So, today we're talking about 2022. The new year is just around the corner, and I know that you are feeling it. You're feeling the energy. You are excited about the changes that are coming for all of us. Now, I did a few videos about 2022. Today, I want to focus on 5 specific things that we all need to know about the upcoming year. Upcoming year is going to be very interesting, very exciting. It's the year of foundation, of building strength, of really rediscovering ourselves, finding ourselves in this ever changing world. And that's the beauty of it. Let me remind you, because I'm reminded every single day by my angels, by my spiritual teachers, is that we're here on a spiritual quest. This is a spiritual experience for all of us, even though we all have physical bodies. We have our thoughts, our feelings, and our emotions. And it feels to us like we are experiencing this reality. This is where we are. But there is also another truth, the truth with a capital T, that I am reminded of every single day. And it helps me to wake up every morning excited and remember my purpose. So I hope that you can connect with your own purpose, which is of a spiritual nature. It can only be experienced when you go beyond just what you see, just what you perceive with your physical eyes, where you can perceive with your physical senses. There's another dimension of life, and that's the dimension which is very, very dear to us, which is very, very true to us. And in 2022, a lot of you, especially those of you who are listening to this channel frequently, you guys will have reawakening, so to speak. You will have more clarity. You'll have more clarity about you, about your own purpose, about what you are here for. And that deeper purpose is going to enlighten you. If there was no hope, if you lost hope in certain areas of your life, maybe it's with your health or your relationships, maybe it's with your finances, there will be moments of reawakening and connecting with the purpose that is not of this world, that is not of your physical body nature. It's the spiritual nature. And the nature is love. You will feel it deeply in your heart. And that love will melt away all heartaches, all pains, all suffering. It will be gone, because in the presence of love, just like in the presence of light, there is no darkness. You don't take darkness and take it to the light. You take light and you bring that light into the darkness, and darkness dissolves. And that light is your spirit. That light is your soul, your divine nature. And that's what angels really, really want you entering 2022 to have, this mindset of you being a spiritual being, having a physical experience, not taking things seriously, but seriously enough so you can process, so you can connect with the right people at the right time, so you are guided, so you allow the power that is greater than you to guide you, to show you a path. And in 2022, you'll feel deeper connection with that power. You know that the power is not somewhere out there. And you have to go and get it somehow. That it's already there. It's within you. And all you really have to do is to surrender to love, to allow that light to enter your heart. So it dissolves all blockages, that it dissolves all pain. And you finally forgive. and you finally let go, because so much more is coming. Good things are coming for you. Grace is coming. Blessings are coming. Love is going to dissolve all these blockages. And now you are available. You are available to life. You are available to more love. You are available to miracles. So awakening to your spirit nature as you are entering 2022 with new hope, with new feelings, with new ideas. As a spirit having a physical experience, you are excited. You are excited to see what life has prepared for you, even though it's unknown. Even though it may be a little scary for you sometimes to not know what the future holds. And that future could be anything. So when you have so much fear in your heart and you're holding on to the fear and you wake up every day and you feel the fear, 2022 is going to change that. It's going to heal the fear. And the only way that you can heal your fear is by bringing light. And light is love. When you bring love into your everyday experience, you can open your eyes every day and feel that love in your heart. There's no fear. There's nothing for you to worry about. There's nothing for you to fear in the presence of love. And love will always, always guide you. The love is always, always going to be your light. You'll follow the light in every experience, in your health, in your relationships, in your finances, in your life, in your career, everywhere. You will be guided by the principle of light. And you will see how that light is awakened in you, because you are no longer reactive. You are no longer a victim. You are no longer in pain. You're taking your power back. So the foundation, before we even enter 2022, and angels really want us to understand it, is to have a strong sense of who you are. And I know that if you allow yourself to release all of these false thoughts and ideas, you'll feel your connection with your own soul, with your own spirit. And it's perfect. You have nothing to prove to the world when you are a soul, when you are a spirit, when you have the deeper connection with the divine self. That you have nothing to prove, because you know that you are here because you are loved. You are here because you wanted to experience life. So spiritual foundation is super important for you entering 2022. Number two, another thing that angels really want us to be aware of is to build foundation. Now we are bringing spiritual perspectives into foundation. And what angels are saying about 2022 is going to be a year of communities. It's going to be the year we will understand, each of us individually. You're listening to this. You will have clarity that I cannot do it alone. We need to come together. We need to bring resources, our minds together. We are rebuilding this world. We have voices. We have unique perspective on things. And a community could be you and your family, right? Your unit, you and your family together. The community could be you and people you work with, people who surround you, maybe your neighbors, maybe it's the whole world. If you have any social media connection, you will be guided. You will see others. You will reach out to others through social media. And that's the beauty of 2022. Because in 2022, we will bring our resources together to strengthen our communities and our families. So reach out to others, really make that first step, reaching out. And maybe you see someone struggling. They could be someone you know who's struggling. Be that first person to reach out and say, okay, can I help you? Don't wait for them to reach out to you and ask for help. This is the time when you take initiative, when you take that first step and you say, okay, I'm ready to help. I'm ready to do my part because big blessings are coming. If you want to bring love into the world, you begin to look for opportunities to give love, to share love. What can I do right now to ease my suffering? If you are going through things right now, maybe through depression, maybe you feel really, really out of alignment right now, here's what you can do. You can look for people and opportunities where you can share love. And that first action, it's you actually opening up to that light. And light is going to dissolve any darkness, any worry, any anxiety, any stress, any uncertainty, any fear. It will resolve it. So take that first step because the foundation is going to be the theme of 2022. Many great things are waiting for you. Take that first step, reach out and help someone. Really understand the importance of building communities. So what angels are saying about pandemic is the pandemic itself is going to subside. Thank you. That's some good news. But also our attitudes towards pandemic, the situations with health, situation with medicine, with vaccination. Now, there's so many things are changing, and you will see this changing. We'll have new medicines. We'll have new treatments for all of these conditions. The advancement that we're going to see in 2022 are huge. It's like we were trying again building the world, healing from pandemic physically, emotionally, and really using the resources that we had before. And then there's a quantum leap in 2022, and now out of the blue there will be new advances in medicine, which we are excited to see. We're really excited to see how now just brilliant minds of the world, the scientific community is also putting, again, restructuring perspectives, putting certain aspects of our humanity first, not to put any product or any treatment out there at the mercy of the wrong people. There will be stronger voice of how can we now use what we have, use what we know in the medicine, in the field of pharmacology to cure, to heal. So there will be a lot of scientists, researchers, doctors joining forces together to help the world to heal. And the joining together is going to give you a huge advantage. And you'll see the like quantum leaps in the way that we treat the viruses, the new strains, and everything else. So it's an exciting time. And I cannot even tell you what it is, but what was shown to me is all different machines. And Angel said, you don't even know what it means yet. You don't have the name for it yet. But this is what's coming. This is what's going to be really available really, really soon because of that's the effort of creative possibility, of making a difference, helping us all to heal in a very new way. So we're guided. I know that powerful angelic beings are really, really working with us. They're working with us on the level of the organizations, are also working with us individually. So let's see, shall we, what's happening in 2022. It's also our attitudes towards pandemic, towards all kinds of fear-based realities. The news, they will no longer scare us. They will no longer be of any, that's not going to slow us down. We'll hear the news, but we will listen to ourselves more and see what really resonates within us. We'll have more trust in the system. Even though we did not have trust, and angels told us for the last 2 years that hardest thing for you to do and for me will be to rebuild trust in politics, in building trust back with authorities, having kind of a disconnect for 2 years and not having more and more harmonious relationships, because it's essential. It's essential that we work together. So that's number 3. Number 5, number 4 is global communities. So the global communities will become more and more a thing, so to say. So global communities, you will see that major corporations coming together to solve serious problems. I'm not sure if it's like the world hunger or is it going to be something else. But the individuals, all of us here, we are responsible for the micromanagement of our planet. Each of us are doing their own part in taking care of our families and our own personal communities. So what angels are saying, there will be some really big changes by seeing big corporations, big organizations really changing the course. It will be almost a miracle, so to say, but you'll see the even bigger corporations, they will have their values changed. Instead of focusing specifically on profit and so on, there will be a lot of decision making coming in really, really big corporations about how can we help the world as a community. You have to understand, in the very few years, the country, the borders will be very kind of irrelevant, even though we'll still have our countries and we'll still have, our homes. But this one globe is going to be one community, just one community speaking different language. I live in Toronto, and Toronto is a multicultural city. You can go anywhere and there could be people from all over the world speaking different languages, and we all live here as one community. I can there's a nice Hindu restaurant just not so very far from where I live, which I love, and it's a taste of their culture, and it's so wonderful sometimes to see them. A lot of people from India just celebrating their events there, like weddings and things, and I will be there just participating in this one magical event. So I'm not of that culture, but I have an open door. The door is open for me just to walk in and participate. It's also, there's a big Asian community here as well. And you have an opportunity to experience, the Chinese festivals of light. And it's like an invitation. We are invited to have all kinds of experiences because we're one global family. There is no difference between you and I. There is no difference between where we begin and where we end. At the end of the day, we are just streams of beautiful divine consciousness. And the world is changing so much, but it's not going to be almost sort of closing. It's becoming smaller. It's becoming closer. Closer proximity is going to get closer. And because we're getting closer, we're going to have an open door to many, many events of our over in our lives. We'll have so many things to participate in. So the global changes that will affecting you. And then if you have strong beliefs about, you love your country, and maybe certain things really begin to worry you, not in the nationalist kind of way, but in the sense that you want to protect the heritage of your country or the history or whatever, and you feel like it becomes less and less possible. Understand that's the reality of the world that we're living in. To the best of your ability, if you can open the door to let other people in, the less of the struggle is going to be, the less of the worry is going to be, because at the end of the day, we are just one big family. So one big family, that's what angels always are telling us. Remember, you are one big family. You and I, we are one family. We are, it doesn't matter where you are. I may never see you in life. I may just know you through internet, but there's a difference, even on the physical level, between you and I, because we're all just one energy with the expressions of that one life. And the same life that is moving, my breath is moving your breath as well. The more we understand it, the more we begin to participate in the events of the world for all healing, for healing of our planet, for healing of our souls. Now, so many people are suffering in this world. So we'll have more and more awareness, but not just to be aware of that other people suffering. We will be aware of the fact that we can make a difference, that we can really do something, that we can change something. So important that you really, that thought really kind of gets inside somewhere into your head and my head as well. The unity, the consciousness, the spiritual awareness. I'm a spiritual teacher, and my values have always been to the truth that I felt within me when I connected with my own soul, with my own higher self, and really diving, understanding my own growth as a soul from the beginning. If you follow me on this channel for the last, I don't know, 5-6 years, you see the evolution of consciousness that's happening in me. And I'm more trusting now with the angels who are communicating with me, because they have been helping me for a really, really long time. So, and finally, number 5, financially, the good news for perhaps some of you or maybe all of you who are in financial struggles. The financial this year is going to be a lot better than the last 5 years. So this year financially is going to improve because of this one idea that we are bringing our forces together. We are engaging communities, and there is more need for connection. There's more need for participation. You'll have many opportunities, jobs, contracts, anything that helps us to be stronger together. The means will come, the money will appear. So financially, this is going to be a good year. So when you are open to prosperity, the prosperity comes from your connection with the spirit. So your connection with the spirit is the source of prosperity. That's another thing that angels really want to remind you. It's not like who is that person who's going to show up with a paycheck. Is how can I bring more love into my soul? How can I connect with my own soul, which is the true source of prosperity? How can I bring more love into my life, in my relationships, with my colleagues, in my work, in my environment? How can I bring more love? Because the love is your link to prosperity. It sounds really cheesy, be all loving. Oh, namaste. But it's true. And the sooner you understand it, the sooner the problems you're experiencing will begin to dissolve, because ultimately what dissolves these problems, it's that love. What created these problems in the first place is fear, is the resistance to love, because the resistance was there for a long time. Blockages were created, problems were created, despair, depression, heartaches, nightmares created by living in the darkness for too long. So, what is the light? And light is love. And you can say, okay, God is love, then connect to that source of the universe, God, divine love. That is the truth of who you are with a big T. And when you understand it, you bring that love into your heart. You bring that love into your life. You shine, you glow, and everyone on your path feels it. They're healed, they're inspired just because they are in the presence of love. If you can become the vehicle, if you can really connect and fill your consciousness with love, there's absolutely nothing for you to be afraid of ever. There's no fear. In the presence of love, all is well. In the presence of love, all problems truly dissolve. And angels really, it's like, is there's one solution, one thing that you can do in every moment that will be of service to you forever and ever? And the answer is yes. It's going to be you reconnecting with love. Love, bringing love into your life, is going to help you create daily miracles, financial miracles, miracles in your relationships. When you can see your situation, your problem in a different light, you are literally bringing new light into that darkness, and the darkness will dissolve. So have trust that you have so much more awareness now as you're listening to these words. These aren't empty words, but you allow these words to really connect with the deeper truth, the big capital T truth. And then you will naturally be guided. You're never without guidance. You're never without support, because all the universe is on your side. So 5 things for all of us to know about 2022, the spiritual foundations. The spiritual foundations are the basics. The spiritual foundation for all of our lives is where we begin to be reminded of our destiny, which is to love. I hope you can have a wonderful day today on our beautiful, beautiful planet. And know that you are loved, you are supported every step of the way. So let me remind you quickly about 5 things, if I can remember them myself, because this is a channeled message. So spiritual foundation, that's 1. Financial prosperity opportunities, that's 2. Global communities, that's 3. Building foundation, really strengthening communities, ourselves, building foundations, that's 4. And then the pandemic is going to be also put in the behind us. The pandemic events of the world are going to be put behind us. So that's it. I hope this was of service to you. Be well. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know in the comments below how you're feeling about the events of the world today, and what are you waiting? What are you waiting for? What are you anticipating to happen in 2022? Let me know in the comments. Be well and have the most beautiful week on our beautiful planet. I'll chat with you soon.